Hello, welcome to my next update. I owe you a big apology because I was planning on vlogging every week, and also I owe you an apology because the lighting is really bad. Like, the sun is already going down, it's the winter time, and it's just, you can see it on my face, look at it. Like, I could just like blind myself. Anyways, this is the best spot I can find, so let's just do this. I was planning on doing a weekly update, and I've failed miserably for quite a few weeks. Reason being that I have had a bit of a roller coaster in my first trimester. It's been intense. And every time I was feeling not good, I would basically tell myself, I just feel horrible, I'm just gonna film next week and I'll do a 2-week update. And then I got really sick and I said, I'm just gonna film after, because this is only gonna last a few days and I'm gonna feel better. And that basically lasted up until now. I am now 18 weeks pregnant, and the first trimester is behind us for quite a few weeks now, but it hasn't felt that way yet. They say that the first trimester is usually the one where you're nauseous, and then the second trimester is when you're feeling pretty good. Everything is nice, you don't feel too big yet. My apologies for that. It really wasn't my plan, and I have just edited my video of my 5 to 8 weeks. And I could just see how real it was, and I could remember all the small details that that were going on for that week, and it really makes me feel a bit bad that I just don't have that of all these weeks that that I've been feeling bad. So from now on, I'm gonna force myself, even if I feel bad, to do an update every week, or otherwise every 2 weeks. Because it's just a lot more real, and this is how I planned it, and this is how I want to do it basically. So I just kind of feel like I failed myself a little bit, but I'll try to make it up with you in this video. So yeah, like I said, I'm 18 weeks pregnant yesterday. I'm Sunday now, so this is my week 8 to 18 update. 8 to 18, 10-week absolute roller coaster. It's been intense at times. The morning sickness, I don't know why they call it morning sickness. It must be a man that thought of that saying, because it's not a morning sickness. You feel sick all day long, and it's the kind of feeling rotten in a way that you just know that there's nothing, well, I found out anyways, you just know there's nothing that you can do to make yourself feel better besides just being in bed and trying to drink a little bit and take medication in the end if it's needed. But it just throwing up doesn't make you feel better, and it's not the nicest thing in the world. I'll be honest with you, it's been challenging at times, and it's really tested me and my endurance at times to kind of just push through. I've definitely had some moments where I thought I was gonna go crazy because I didn't know what to do anymore to make things better. We had our 12-week scan in the hospital, which was absolutely lovely. I must say that we just had the Harmony test a week before, so with that you also have a scan and you have some blood tests that are taken. So the 12-week scan was really nice to see. See little bubs again, but it wasn't the first time that we saw the baby. We had the 12-week scan, then we had, well, I had a little bit of bleeding in week 12 or 13. I had a bleed because I was, when I throw up, I tend to cough a lot, and I was coughing a lot, and all of a sudden I had this sharp pain in my lower belly. It just kind of like a shooting pain, it went like that. But I found out afterwards that I was bleeding, and it wasn't a massive bleed, but it was enough for me to be worried, besides the fact that I had not been eating well at all, and I was just really, my iron was low, I couldn't really keep in any liquids. I was just physically kind of exhausted, and to have that bleed, that was definitely something that freaked me out. The guys were amazing. They really were there for me the whole time. I had the little bleed. We went to the doctor the day after. We tried to get into the early pregnancy unit. This was the Friday. And they didn't have any space until the next Tuesday. Fortunately, the Harmony test, there were still some bits that were inconclusive, so we were planning on going back that Saturday anyways. So we got in touch with the lovely lady, and she said that she'll be able to do a quick scan for us, besides the blood test that we're still gonna do, just to see that everything was okay with the baby, because that was the main thing that was just my worry. As long as everything's okay with the baby, you know, to have that scan at 13 or 14 weeks was really, really assuring. By the time that we had the scan, the bleeding was already over, so there's nothing really to worry about. But by that time I was just exhausted. I kept throwing up, and I got the medication from the doctor that I could take that was against nausea, which was great. But if there was a day where I was throwing up the whole day, I didn't take them, because I just knew that I would take the medication with a little bit of water or something, sparkling water, which is now the only thing I can drink. And I knew that it would come out after like 20 minutes. So I was like, I'm not gonna waste any pills if I know that I'm just gonna be throwing up. So I would have to plan it specifically on when exactly I was gonna take a pill to make myself feel a little bit better. I'm still taking those pills occasionally. I try not to, because the first thing the doctor said was, I have to warn you about this, that any medication that you can take could be harmful for the baby, even though it says so, that this medication is not. That is of course something that if you say that to a tummy mummy or a mummy in general, she's not gonna take the medication unless it's a real emergency and she doesn't know what else to do. So that is what I did. Only in cases where I just feel absolutely rotten and I just know that if I take a pill it's gonna make me feel better. So these last 10 weeks I've called in sick a lot, which makes me feel horrible. But especially after I think it was week 13 when we had the scan, the extra scan and the blood test taken, I was at my lowest point basically. I couldn't really do anything anymore. I couldn't physically get myself up and go to work and actually eat something and keep anything in. Ben and Mark were absolutely amazing, and they actually took me into their home and took such good care of me. The only thing I could do is just put on my onesie and lie on the couch, and they would make sure that I would have enough fizzy water in front of me. I would have the weird burger buns with sometimes cheese on it, because that's the only thing I could eat. And they were just absolutely amazing and such a great support, and that was exactly what I needed. I am a very independent person in general, and I find it very difficult to ask for help. I still do, and the reason why I went with Ben and Mark and I stayed on their couch for almost a week, from Saturday until Wednesday I think it was because basically they told me, they said, you're coming home with us now because, you know, you just at the end of the rope. And I think they kind of saw it as well, that I just had nothing left really, and I just really worried about the welfare of the baby. And you just, you know, when you know you're not keeping anything in, any food, and besides the fact that you don't have any energy, you just want the baby to be okay. And even though logically the baby's taking your nutrients and is just feeding off of you, because that's what babies do, you just wanted to give it everything that it needs. You know, I had such good intentions before I got pregnant. There's the sun again. I had such good intentions. I thought I was going to be drinking my green juice every day, and extra healthy with lots of extra fruit and organic veggies. And so far I've not been able to eat a lot of it. I must say, in these last few weeks, since about 16, it has been getting better, even though I still had quite a few days off sick from work. but it has been getting better. So in 2 weeks we've got our 20-week scan, which is halfway. I cannot believe it. I literally cannot believe that we're going to be halfway. The boys are getting really excited. I am getting excited. I can't wait to see the baby and see what the baby looks like, actually, because it's just, you know, I don't know, it's going to be exciting. I haven't felt a kick yet. That's the next thing that I'm kind of looking forward to. I do feel all kinds of stuff, but it just sometimes it just feels like a little bit of a tickle inside of your belly. Sometimes it feels a little bit like, yeah, you got a little washing machine going on, but nothing specifically like a kick in my belly. So I think that'll be really nice. Once I feel that, it will make it really real. Yeah, so I will keep you up to date, maybe in 1 week, maybe in 2 weeks. If you like the video, just give me one of those. It would be really great to see if you like it. And if you want to follow my videos and keep continuing with my journey, you still haven't lost faith in me after me not vlogging for 10 weeks, please subscribe. And then if I get a new video out, it will pop up straight away into your YouTube. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye. I burp all the time though, like all the time. I'm a lot better with, don't know what I was gonna say. Some might call it baby brain. See, blank. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like rain onto the seas.